Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. So it seems, guys, that now it's time to recall our downside targets, or more extend the targets that we have on the daily chart. Actually, previously we talked about it already when we considered the downward extension, especially when we have traded this butterfly. If you remember, this was 107 butterfly on retracement has started. We said, well, this pullback, next target will be lower, so it's 1618 extension. And currently we need to refresh this to keep in mind possible levels that market could reach. Speaking on the recent drop on the euro currency, well, although it corresponds to my doubts on bullish perspective, just of course I wouldn't know that it will be it's based on impeachment screams on Donald Trump, but what we saw on the market is irrational price action. So the bullish market just can't move in this way, how it is moving right now and how it was moving previously on this week and in particular. So this price action, so overall, it doesn't correspond to bullish market. That's why through the whole week since the Monday, I said that, well, maybe you could try to take the longs, searching some intraday patterns and trying to trade on the long side, but personally I will not do this, as I see that the context is too weak for taking long positions, and it absolutely doesn't inspire me for taking the long buying the euro. Of course, it was just absolutely impossible to predict that it will be based on some impeachment rumors, all this rush around this. Although, guys, personally I am really surprised. I do not understand why it's so big rush around this impeachment. So the impeachment story starts as soon as Donald Trump has become the president, and currently we have absolutely the same stuff. So the probability of the impeachment stands the same. So nothing really interesting has happened, but somehow somebody would try to shake the boat and just needs some reason using this impeachment. So and starts shaking the boat, trying to trigger some action, because currently it seems that definitely this overall mass media hysteria, it's definitely overvalued, and it's nothing really has happened. But even nothing sometimes could trigger very solid action on the euro. So what we could expect in nearest time till the end of the week, I am not excluding the chance that market final will hit the major target cluster, because this is really very attractive to the market area. First of all, just because it stands below the lows, and the Swedish stuff stands below them. Once market already has formed the Russian range of these lows, guys, and on this time this will not be the Russian range. It will be breakout. It will be the breakout. So the one problem here is that overbought stands relatively close in 109, so market hardly will break it significantly. So I would suggest that we could hit the 108.75 area, 108.50 maybe, but hardly we will get significantly lower in the current situation. All support areas here has been broken. I will tell even more that even longer term supports also has been broken. So we have no big fib level around. One thing that we will have is just a yearly pivot support one, but market already has reacted on it. Speaking on the targets, first of all, we have to recall our major ABCD pattern here. So OP stands unreached at 108.90 approximately, 108.88. So recall what we tell about the possible bearish dynamic pressure. So when the market starts to stand here too long, we said in the weekly report that stands to remind us possible bearish dynamic pressure, because actually the trend here was bullish, but price action is not. Bearish dynamic pressure suggests the taking out of the lows. Also we have here monthly pivot support one in the same area. So Also, you could calculate some minor extensions, so it will be some A, B, C, D pattern that also target stands in this area. XOP of this minor A, B, C top XOP, it also will be slightly lower, 10840. So in general, 10840, 10890 is a strong support area, mostly consists of the targets on an extensions, not supports, but on extensions. And that's the area that we will keep an eye on. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we have another patterns. So recall that our ABCD pattern here, OP has been hit. So yesterday we talked about it. This is OP here, so minor retracement should be, and market collapsed. Now we're watching for XOP of this the same pattern. It stands 10880 again, and take a look at the butterfly. So 127 of the butterfly stands also at 10875, so approximately also in the same cluster. Now you can see market shows some minor pullback, but taking into consideration the acceleration rate of the OP and the fact that market stands here, so we do not see a really fast reversal, because sometimes on the political rumors, on the political history, very often happens this kind of action. Market drops and then return right back up. But you can see that recent relief of the impeachment, you can see dollar has increased in value, and we do not see a really very significant pullback, so it's mostly minor retracement, which means that this downward action is, let's call it, truth, and we could consider for downward continuation. So since this acceleration rate to the OP, it also increased chance that market will proceed to the XOP target. Now we need to keep an eye on the possible retracement areas. I would consider the two levels. One is here. The first one is 10970, and the confluence 10990 approximately. Still levels. Hardly market will, in current circumstances, will continue upward action, because market is not at overbought. At oversold. We do not have any strong support, and market stands very close to the recent lows. So in such circumstances, it's almost never you will see the deep retracement. So usually market starts preparation for a breakout and starts to coiling in a tight range. In that circumstances, usual retracement is small, either just to the minor level, nearest one, or next one is confluence. 30% pullback of the whole downward action seems currently less probable. So that's what we see right now on EUR. Sometimes when you see that price action moves absolutely different compared to how it should move, it could tell you something even you do not know the background. That's our situation. So we see that market behaves differently, absolutely in a different manner, doesn't match to normal behavior of the bullish market, but later we have known that was due some rush around the Trump impeachment. So, but anyway, the result is the same. So your currency has dropped. Now let's keep watching what will happen till the end of the week.